Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Brooklyn, right now at the playoff start, they would have the 7th seed.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And looking at the Nets, they've got Harris. Allen is out there with Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert, and it's Chiozza in at the point. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Caldwell-Pope on the wing, 6 to shoot. The pass to Davis. Over Harris. It's hauled in by Harris. Pass to Chiozza. LeVert from outside. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. He gets it in there.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Passes it to Harris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Both shots good from the stripe. Now Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. A floater. He lays it in.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Here's Chiozza. James covering. Here's LeVert. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. Pass to James. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Chiozza. James covering. Harris outside. From the arc. And the Nets miss again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
On the wing, James. 29 points for him last game against Houston. Here's Davis. Allen with the rebound. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Warriors.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Green against LeVert. James trying to free himself up. And it's sent back by Allen. Down low. And slam dunk by Allen.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger there behind that one.
You're telling me. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. On the pass to McGee. Kicks to James. The shot's good.
If you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Chioza passes to Levert. Pass to Chioza. Here's Allen, guarded by Green. Passes it to Harris. 5 on the clock. Here's Allen. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. First time they met was in Los Angeles.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Think about how many minutes that cost their starters. No question that had an impact on such a close game.
And it's Harris off the drive. The 10-footer finds the target.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
He lobs it up, and it's McGee with the jam.
You see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
Here's Chioza. Covered by LeBron. Chioza passes to Levert. A three-pointer is right on target. Levert's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that opportunity from deep.
Pass to LeBron. From 18 feet away. It's hauled in by Thomas.
He found an open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
A nice shot by Levert.
Yeah, nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now the pass to James. Free throw line jump shot. Here's Davis. Excellent D there from Allen.
Playing him tough inside every layup. Gotta get the whole team pumped up.
Levert, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. First end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, playing against the best power forwards I feel in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team is something that's more special to me than being an All-Star. Because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. So those moments were always special, being named the first team in the league.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. The teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Dishes it to Davis. Chalk up 2 there. Davis has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Oh, you gotta love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
Pass to Levert. Allen with it. Harris looking it over. Passes it to Levert. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Allen's shot is off. Lakers have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. And it's Green missing. And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Harris outside. Fires the 3. Let's keep it alive. Here's Allen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, safe to say Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And he sinks the second. Here's LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Outside, Green. He dishes it to Davis. Howard trying to free himself up. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Levert the pass to Chioza. The teardrop falls in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Green the pass to Davis. Howard kicks to LeBron. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And already they've taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on Los Angeles. The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Championship standard in LA with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
And he makes both free throws. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve and try to do enough and see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. In basketball, you want to go play with your friends. So how do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Shot clock at 2. Knocked loose, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Allen.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Here's Kuzma. No good there. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Harris passes to Chioza. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Pass to Kuzma. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. LeBron is doubled. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. LeBron's got 6.
He's just super efficient when he's close to the rim. James is like a master at knowing which way to take it.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls, and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
The Nets shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Waiters is checked in for the Lakers. There's 1:26 left to play in the first quarter. Allen finds Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Rebound the Lakers.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Waiters right side. Back to Kuzma. The pass to Waiters. The dish to Davis. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. No good from Howard.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Thomas against Kuzma. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Davis. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Davis has got 8.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay. I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. Caruch is out there with Jared Allen. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Tyler Johnson. And it's LeVert in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now we get a chance to view the NBA's best setup man. LeBron James, #1.
It's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now. He just distributes the ball so well.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Johnson against Davis. Pass to Caruch. Three-pointer. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. LeVert against Waiters. Davis kicks to LeBron. Waiters with the ball for him. Howard, good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Johnson. trailing by 2. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts when you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
You give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Passes to LeVert. Lock at 6. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Waiters. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here is Johnson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to LeVert. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Johnson. They could use a bucket. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Waiters. Rebounded by the Nets. LeVert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Harris from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Harris has got 7.
It was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
LeBron against Johnson. And a wide open look for James. The offensive rebound.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Johnson, the pass to Harris. To the inside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Waiters. Howard trying to free himself up. Waiters no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Harris finds Allen, and it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shots.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
LeVert, Allen trying to break free, and it's LeVert missing. Here's Kuzma. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
LeBron against Johnson. There's the pass to Karuch. Now here's LeVert. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Lakers. Howard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. James kicks to Waiters. Over to the left wing. Kuzma against Harris. Pass to Davis. Takes a 3. And that one is off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Now here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Raiders against LeVert. Back to Johnson. Shoots the 3. Rebound the Lakers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And that one drops for them.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Nets trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To the paint. Here's Allen. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Pass to Kuzma. Now Davis. Guarded by Harris. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma. And now it's a 9-point Laker lead.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. Smith checked in for the Lakers. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Taking a look at the Lakers. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding.
And when I look at the Lakers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Yeah, Greg, and early in the year, maybe they were catching some teams by surprise, but now everybody knows how strong they are, and they're still rolling along.
LeBron passes to Waiters. A good look from James. That one off the back iron and out.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
LeVert the pass to Johnson. James with some nice D.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Three-pointer, LeVert, and no good that time. And the Lakers going the other way now.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Pass to Davis. Over Allen. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Johnson kicks to Allen. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And it's Smith missing. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Allen outside. Back to Johnson. The three. Waiters grabs the miss.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
LeVert the pass to Harris. And here is Allen. Johnson with it. Picked up by Davis. And stolen by Kuzma. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone. And the dunk by Smith.
Now, the quick instinct of Kuzma. He's going to know when to go after steals.
Johnson, the pass to Harris. Will it go? His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
James, that's a 2-pointer. It doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's LeVert. Puts the move on. A special move before the shot. LeVert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's on Jared Allen.
As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
Green, he's checked in for waiters. Free throw good, James. Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening, and thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a peg.
The pass to Harris. And no good. Great D that time from Green.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper. And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. 1:16 left to play in the first half. Harris against Kuzma. Harris dishes to Thomas. Chioza standing the floor. For 3, Harris. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. In third, the Nets.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Allen. Shot clock at 6. With the clock winding down.
And he started off shooting it pretty well, but here in the second, he has started to falter. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Davis against Harris. And it's Allen with the jam.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Now LeBron. 15 points in the game. And so it's Los Angeles holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 block. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
High basketball IQ, something Anthony Davis doesn't always get enough credit for. He repeatedly makes the right decisions on both ends of the floor. Not many big men can control the game the way he does.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, it'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that's going to do it for us here. Second half of action is coming your way.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
Nets trail by 18. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Kuzma in at the center. And Davis sends it back.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Well, you really like seeing Caldwell-Pope earning these calls on his shot. I mean, it makes him that much more difficult to guard.
Chris, a lot of teams have players that set exceptional screens. And that doesn't really show up in the statistics in the pages we get, does it?
No, it doesn't. But I tell you what, there was a survey done asking some of the players who sets the best screens, and it was unanimous.
2 shots.
It was Mr. Adams out there in OKC. Not only does he set screens, but when he sets screens, he cuts to the basket so hard that usually he'll get the offensive rebound. That's why he was second in offensive rebounding in this league. But when you talk about rebounding and setting screens, you got to look at Drummond, Al Horford. I mean, some really good guys that'll get you space.
Boy, those are good numbers and good names you rattle off there. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. And Caldwell-Pope drops them both.
And Caldwell-Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. Just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
Chioza passes to LeVert. To the middle. Here's Thomas. And then Thomas with the dunk.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
James, the pass to Davis. Back to James. Pass to Davis. Tries it from 9. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
One shot.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And he makes the first. That one is no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And it's Green with the jam.
And watch out you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. It's Allen, top of the key. LeVert up top. They double him with Green. Back to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by James. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. He had a nice open look right there. Caldwell Pope's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Passes to LeVert. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Chioza. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Now here's LeBron. He's guarded closely. Here's Caldwell Pope. Here's McGee. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen.
At this point of his career, McGee knows who he is. A hustler. An energy guy who uses his athleticism to his advantage.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
Boom. Yay.
That free throw missing. While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. We don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, and it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Well, with a strong mix of perimeter and interior defense, these leading shot blockers among small forwards this past month have had a very good run at their own end of the court. LeBron James third.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in our league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the interior.
Well, yeah, and what it really says about them is that they're able to guard multiple positions. Now, that is a huge asset for most teams.
And And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
2 shots.
Elbow.
2.
The Lakers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And there's the pass to LeVert. Here's Chiozza. Back to LeVert. Trying to get something going. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Caldwell Pope. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. It's a shame you got to go to Embiid for Zingers. And we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time on to your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And for the Nets, they're shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Temple the pass to LeVert. He kicks to Allen. Looking to end the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Now we get a chance to check out LeBron James. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. 2nd in scoring. And he's one of the most creative passers in the game, ranked 3rd overall in assists per.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, 2nd best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. That free throw good from Allen. The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's James, 15 points in the game. Inside. Pass to Caruso. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 to shoot. Caldwell Pope for 3. They get it back, and it's sent back by Allen. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Story of that game right here. One sloppy play after another.
Dion Waiters checked in for James. Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Waiters trying to break free, and there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by Morris.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Johnson surveying the floor. LeVert. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Waiters. Connects on the 17-footer.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Pass to LeVert. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Caruso. Waiters right side. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Temple. Up again, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Thomas against Morris. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Waiters. The 19-foot shot. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And Temple kicks to Johnson. And the pass to LeVert. Johnson against Caldwell Pope. Johnson, the pass to Allen. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here we go, one-on-one. And that one's good, Caruso. Caruso's got 4 points this quarter.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
LeVert with a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. LeVert's got 21.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
The Nets shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Pass to Temple. Now LeVert. Back to Allen. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Temple. Over Waiters. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game.
The Nets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And the first one drops. And the Lakers making a change here. Smith is checked in. And both free throws good for Thomas. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. And it's Davis at the elbow. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D from Thomas. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Waiters no luck. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Stolen away. Here's Caruso. Banked in off the glass. Caruso's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Johnson with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's LeVert. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. And the free throw drops for LeVert. Howard's checked in for Los Angeles. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Waiters outside. Back to Davis. Waiters outside. Offensive rebound. The Lakers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Luwawu is checked in for LeVert. He hits the second from the line. 1:36 left to play here in the third. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Johnson, the pass to Temple. Back to Johnson. Clock at 6. To the middle. Looking for Allen and gets it there. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Passes it to Davis. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Davis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Thomas. Davis with some nice D.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. To the paint. Doubled by Howard. Outside Thomas. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Waiters got 4 rebounds in this game. Buries it down low. Waiters got 8 points.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
And here is Johnson. The tray. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles. Way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this.
Hindi ko naisip eh. Hindi, alam ko ito. Ano naman? Hindi ko naisip ah. Ito nagsabi. Hindi ko naisip.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Garrett Temple. Karuch is out there with Luwawu. And it's Crawford. And it's Hall in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The pass to Temple. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to Howard.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
No, that's just too easy for McGee. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Crawford passes to Hall. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories. Whether you're talking about the Vlade Divac or the Sabos that came into the game, and even if you go to Marshall Rose, Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game, which is at the top.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
No.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Lakers. Smith outside. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Pass to McGee. And he gets the bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Temple, the pass to Crawford. That shot missing, and the Lakers will go the other way with it. Here's Caruso. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Luwawu, the pass to Crawford. Here's Karuch. Lets it go with the three. Drills it from outside.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give.
Here is Cook. Smith outside. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and crisp music. Do you think it's always been this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the
I
old
do.
funny duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. because guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they're taking fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I want to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow, they have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right. The feed to Crawford. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here is Cook. Here's the floater. It's deflected. Crawford against Howard. A floater. Crawford's shot is good. Crawford's got 4 points in the quarter.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Passes it to Howard. Back to Cook. Shot clock at 5. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Here's Crawford. Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have, and they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was so.
Me too. I agree.
I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually, I really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company actually. So no, I think they've done a great job. Kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
First free throw is good. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope comes in for Smith. Both good from the line that time. The Lakers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here is Cook. Morris outside. Pass to Caruso. And McGee kicks to Caruso. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
The pass to Crawford. Good. Crawford's got 8 here in the quarter. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Dishes to Morris. He kicks it to Cook. A rebound by the Nets. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their All-Star game, I follow. Right now, it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues, I'm in.
Back to Cook. Back to Caldwell Pope. Traps in the tray. Caldwell Pope's got 14 points here in the second half.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Crawford passes to Luau. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Temple. Over Morris. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Temple's got his first basket. Lakers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Getting some solid looks for them. Pass to Cook. There's the lob to the hoop, and it's McGee with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Crawford. He's guarded closely. McGee with the block.
We mentioned McGee's outstanding length. Well, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
Feeds it to Morris. That shot, no good. Let's go the other way with it. Here's Crawford. Lays it up off the glass.
He's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Lakers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Here is Cook. Caldwell Pope outside. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Crawford looking over the floor. Farouche.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. LA's on 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Cook, the pass to Morris. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys in a year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on the contract or getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract, and those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time, but the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league, period.
Anderson, he's checked in for Luau Cabarro. Here is Cook. He dishes it to Dudley. Pass to Smith. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Crawford outside. Lets it go from the wing. A rebound by the Lakers. Smith scanning the floor. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Oh, well, we know Smith is an accomplished shooter from mid-range. You can't let him get comfortable from this area.
Down low, here's Hall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated. Constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, you know, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. Musa, he's checked in for the Nets. So he gets them both. Here is Cook. Makes it off the glass.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Now the pass to Hall. Here's Musa. Six on the shot clock. Anderson outside. And he's good on the three ball.
They get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
Here is Cook. Smith outside. No good with the triple. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Plays it up and banks it in. Crawford's got 12 points in just the second half. And it's Cook with the ball for Los Angeles.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Anthony Davis.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here's Musa. Pass to Hall. Shoots over Dudley. That shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here is Cook, guarded by Crawford. Pass to Dudley. Caldwell Pope with it. Here's Cook. And the three ball is good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Here's Crawford. And a missed layup.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, they look like they just want it more right now. You gotta love the hustle.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Yeah, you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Two pretty high-level defensive teams tonight, Doris. Is that due to talent, scheme, or hustle, or what do you attribute it to?
I think, Kevin, you just named the three things that are prerequisites to being a great defensive unit. Number one, you have got to have individual talent that is suited athletically to guard. Number two, you've got to have a great scheme that the coach has put in position. How are you guarding the pick and roll? Do you want to top lock? Do you want to get out and challenge? Are you switching the pick and roll? And a lot of that comes down to, do you want to be great? Are you going to lay it all out there? Are you going to sacrifice your body? All of those things are a necessity.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the three. LeVert from outside. And Davis pulls it down. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
Yeah, rising to the challenge. KCP, often deterred by physical play, converts through the contact on that one.
Pass to Harris. Shot clock at 6. And too long on the shot.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
LeBron left side. And that one good.
The strength of LeBron is something that is never going to go away, and it will always allow him to finish plays like that.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Free throw good, LeBron.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
For 3, Harris. Rebounded by McGee.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Green dishes to Davis. Another shot. McGee's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Chiosa. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. Harris passes to Thomas. LeVert from outside. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
And his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And the first one at the line is good.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Here's Chiosa. Guarded by Green. 3-pointer, LeVert. Rebound the Lakers. McGee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Caldwell Pope for 3. Rebound Brooklyn. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
Now LeVert. After the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Chiosa. Tipped away. Thomas passes to Allen. And that time, also a missed shot.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
LeBron against LeVert. And that one's good by Davis.
How about that? LeBron James always looking for his guys. The court vision, unreal.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, it's LeVert on the wing, guarded by Green. LeVert with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Golden State.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Now here's Green. They have a 9-point lead. James right side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got 5.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And with a break here, let's look at the stats for LeVert. He's putting up about 17 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Now here's Allen. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Whereas the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air, just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Here's Chiozza following the basket by LeBron James. Three-pointer, LeVert. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
Well, Karis LeVert has worked diligently to make his three-point shot legitimate. Knocks that one down.
James looking it over. The shot comes out, and Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Harris outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's LeVert. Rebounded by the Lakers. McGee's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. The teams have traded wins so far in the season series, taking 1 apiece. I asked Coach what worked for them in their win, and he said, "We were giving LeBron too much respect in that game. We didn't challenge him enough or force the ball out of his hands. We can't let that happen tonight. So I guess we'll see what happens when the ball is out of LeBron's hands tonight, guys."
Thank you, David. Thomas finds LeVert. Teardrop shot.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
They grabbed their own miss.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
It's LeVert on the wing. Trains it from beyond the arc. LeVert's got 6.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
Davis looking for an opening. LeBron kicks to Davis. That's no good, and now he's missed two and made two. Here's Chioza. Guarded by Green. Chioza, no good. Lakers leading by 6. To the inside. And the dunk by LeBron.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Here's Chioza. Pass to Thomas. Allen outside. On the wing, Harris. Here's Chioza. By LeBron. Here's Thomas. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, so often we're talking about Jared Allen's length, and he does it nicely on the offensive glass right there.
James, the pass to McGee. Back to James. Davis inside. Thomas is there. McGee. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris against Green. To the paint. Stolen by McGee. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Green with the ball.
Well, just great intelligence there from Danny Green. This guy a pro at knowing when and where to attack the basket.
Nets trail by 8. Now LeVert. He's got 6. Harris inside. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Allen kicks to Harris. For 3. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Caldwell Pope outside. Lets a floater go.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jared Allen. Twice on the pipe, send it back.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Chioza scanning the floor. LeVert against Green. Here's Chioza. Over Davis. Allen trying to break free. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Chioza's got 5. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 8-point game. Loads it up for Davis.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. The pass to Chioza. A nice shot by LeVert. He's got 8.
Boy, I love the way Karis LeVert is attacking. This guy is a skilled guard with tremendous speed.
Well, at 6'7" doors, Karis LeVert describing himself as a point/shooting guard.
Well, why not? Because his slashing ability, his blinding speed off the dribble is really what makes him problematic. His burst is special, and it doesn't matter if he's going left or right.
Here's Chioza, following the bucket by the Lakers. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And the Nets with possession here after the basket by the Lakers. Chioza passes to LeVert. It's Allen, top of the key. Thomas trying to break loose. They get it again. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Nice job drawing the contact on that move. Jared Allen, very difficult to contain because of his length.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy is proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Allen drops them both.
And guys, I think the future is so bright for Jared Allen. We're talking about an athletic, mobile big man who has already proven to be an accomplished two-way player.
And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
LeBron outside. And they double up James. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
So it's the Lakers now. Nets trail by 10. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Chiosa. Covered by LeBron. LeVert against Davis. Shot from 12. Jump shot is good that time. LeVert's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Brooklyn. LeBron outside. Lobbed up there for Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard high flying as ever.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And we'll be back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Lakers leading by 10. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got LeBron James. Howard is out there with Davis. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Johnson dishes to Harris. And stolen by LeBron. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And finished off by Davis.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's LeVert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Dwight Howard.
Well, think back to Karis LeVert's career at Michigan. It was marred by 3 foot surgeries in just 22 months. And obviously the medical red flags caused his draft stock to dip. But credit the Nets, who picked him up with the 20th pick back in 2016.
And the first one drops. And the ankle injury for LeVert last season, more of a freak accident.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about it, he comes down on top of another player. It ends up costing him 3 months. But even through these tough injuries, what we know, Karis LeVert has shown when healthy, he can be special.
And so he hits both.
Well, it's no secret, guys, that Karis LeVert can flat out score the basketball. I think the key for him moving forward, just become more and more efficient, because the ability is there.
And that one drops. James has got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Passes it to Johnson. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from LeBron.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason
while they're in control. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Raiders against LeVert. Pass to Johnson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's Kuzma penetrating.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
And Greg, you know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Allen outside. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Howard with the steal. Knocked away. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. A rebound by the Lakers. And here's the Lakers. Big stretch here going 10-2. Kuzma outside. Kicks it to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. LeBron is doubled. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Count the basket. Kuzma's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Timeout called the Nets. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. He's checked in for the Nets. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Allen.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Nets trail by 20. Johnson surveying the floor. And here's LeVert. He's got 12. With some arc. Rebounded by Howard.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
To the middle. Here's Waiters. And it's sent back by Allen. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Luwawu, the pass to Allen. Over Waiters. And the Nets miss again. And here's Los Angeles. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And they double up James. Kuzma outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Davis. And he's got his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Davis. Timeout called the Nets. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansions to it?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct.
Ano ba ang nagagawa mo? Nata ako sa'yo. Takot. Hindi ko subukan. Kasi alam ko lang gagawin. Kaya hindi ko na nasusubukan. Kasi boring. Ayoko. Hindi takot. Hindi wala.
We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Lakers. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason.
And when I look at the Lakers, they've had a dream season, and I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
You know, and that's something we see a lot from teams that come out of the blue like they have this season. Their confidence just grows and grows with each passing week, and they hit the playoffs riding high.
Howard kicks to LeBron. Out to Kuzma. Los Angeles with another miss. Nets trail by 20. Here's Luau. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Allen dishes to Johnson. There's the triple. Allen's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Down low, Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
They're still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Levert against Waiters. Johnson left side. And the shot goes in from Karuch. Karuch has got his first basket of the night.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
Outside, Davis. From the baseline. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Out to the wing. Allen passes to Levert. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 6. Here's Luwawu, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And the Nets with possession here, trailing by 19. Johnson with it, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. A nice shot by Levert.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
Waiters passes to LeBron. Inside, Davis, and finished off by Davis.
There is so much responsibility on LeBron's shoulders. He has to keep that offense flowing, and he's got such a great grasp of their system.
Now Johnson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Three-pointer, LeVert, and James pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 18. There's the pass to Waiters. No good on the three. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Luwum, guarded by Kuzma. Kicks it out to Johnson. 5 to shoot. LeBron with the block.
Don't bring that weak stuff in here. LeBron always on the prowl to send shots back with force.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
The wide open look here for Kuzma. And again, no good by the Lakers. Nets trail by 19. LeVert the pass to Johnson. With the teardrop. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game. James against Thomas. Feeds to Howard.
You know, even as Dwight Howard heads for his mid-30s, I believe he can still impact the game. This guy is a physical specimen. He can be a tremendous force as a shot blocker and a rebounder.
Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. He's off on the first.
Listen, we know Dwight Howard is on the back 9 of his career, but he can still be valuable. This guy is capable of a double-double every night.
And the Nets making a change here. Chioza's checked in. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 19-point game. Passes it to Thomas. Here's Luwum. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Off target on the 15-footer. And surely Howard not as explosive as he once was. But as you said, Doris, the presence is still there.
No doubt, Kevin. And this team doesn't need Dwight to put up 20 points. That's not what he's here for. They need rim protection, and they need him to rebound at a high level.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
LeBron passes to Howard. He kicks to Davis. James in the post. And LeBron throws it down.
This is where the defense says, uh-oh, because LeBron James is cooking.
Nets trail by 19. Pass to Luwum. Here's Chioza. He has 7. Lets it go from deep. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Smith against LeVert. Howard kicks to Smith. Howard, the pass to James. Kuzma outside. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Kuzma's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Pass to Luwawu. Here's Chioza. Over James. Chioza, no good.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Nets making a switch here. Temple's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Dwight Howard. Here's LeVert. 15 points in the game. And he lays it straight in. LeVert's got 17.
Boy, that's just about strength right there. Karis LeVert just simply refuses to be denied.
Kuzma outside. Now the pass to Caruso. Back to Kuzma. Bounce pass Smith. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Smith. 17 points for LeBron.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Allen outside. Kicks it to Temple. Passes to LeVert. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. LeBron James on the wing. Pass to Caruso. Here's Kuzma. LeVert defending. The 19-foot shot. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups and knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 block. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet in.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Well, there's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Los Angeles leading by 22. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Joe Harris is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Allen. And it's Chiozza in at the point guard position. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Lakers. And here is Harris. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Chiozza. Here's Allen. McGee with the block. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's Allen. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Ahead. And it's Davis missing.
You know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
A moment here to see the numbers for Anthony Davis. Just an incredible month of basketball. 5th in blocks, 10th in scoring. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. And the dunk by LeBron.
Well, there are certain physical advantages brought to the table by LeBron James, and that's one of them right there, Kev.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to LeVert. Launches a 3. Cans it from downtown. LeVert's got 20 points.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
From deep, Green. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. It's stolen by Green. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment. Good report. Thank you so much. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Harris kicks to Allen. LeVert the pass to Chiozza. Back to LeVert. Takes the 3. It's good from long range. LeVert's got 6 points in the quarter. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Here's Chiozza, covered by LeBron. Harris against Davis. This one for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Lakers leading by 22. To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And here's Harris from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harris has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly
in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. These players have excelled at setting up their teammates this month. The 2K leaderboard shows us the recent assist leaders. LeBron James third.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Johnson, the pass to Harris. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Green. Here's Davis. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Johnson with it. He's picked up by James. Raiders against Johnson. And the pass to LeVert. Just 4 to shoot. Fader on the way, and the foul called on Jared Allen. That is his first foul of the game. Lakers leading by 23. LeBron outside. LeBron is doubled. Here's Davis, and again another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Johnson against LeBron. Passes it to LeVert. Leaner from distance. Rebound the Lakers.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
Waiters, and the layup is good. Waiters got his first bucket in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harris against Davis. Here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
And they double up LeBron. Over in the corner, Green. The feed to James. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Johnson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Caruch passes to LeVert. Great D that time from James.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Allen up top. The dish now to Johnson. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Davis up top. He's got 29 points. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for James.
It just seems like LeBron James doesn't age. Still so dominant in the second half of his career. This guy is incredible in virtually every statistical category.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Karis LeVert. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Smith has checked in. And both free throws good for James. Now Johnson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Clark, terrific defensive teams tonight, both highly ranked. What will the offenses have to do to get some scoring units?
Well, a few things. One, you've got to be patient. You've got to be ready and willing to make the extra pass. And then you also have to mix up what you do offensively. You don't want the defense to get a steady diet of what you're trying to do. Keep the defense off balance.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5 down low.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And it's sent back by Allen. Harris looking it over. With the floater, and the layup is up and in.
You know, what nice touch that time on the floater. I mean, you can tell Harris is comfortable going to that shot when the opportunity is there.
Now, here's Green. Here's LeBron. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kenny Atkinson and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. Facing one of the game's truly elite players in Anthony Davis, he said, an all-around player, he'll find a way to affect the game. We've got to build a wall, force him to be a playmaker. Devin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Chiosa. 11 points for him in that last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Warriors in San Francisco. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Here's McGee. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooting. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. James, the pass to Davis. Lakers working the ball around now. There's 3-pointers off the mark. The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. In transition, here come the Nets.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
And that one's good. Green.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Allen slams it in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. James looking it over. Caldwell Pope against Harris. Caldwell Pope dishes to LeBron. 4 on the clock. Here's Green. And the shot is long.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
That one falls.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Chioza. LeVert with it. Passes it to Chioza. Pulls it up. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now just 1 of 4 to start.
LeBron passes to McGee. Back to James. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Chioza. And here's LeVert. That shot off the mark. Great tee that time from Green. Loads it up for Davis.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 6-point game. Pass to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. With the fadeaway. They get the rebound. Thomas trying to break loose. Allen's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Chioza. Pass to LeVert from outside the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Putting up a goose egg, bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Chioza after the basket by the Lakers. LeVert the pass to Chioza. Now Harris over Caldwell Pope, and the Nets miss again. And LeBron James Clark climbing the all-time scoring list, last season passing Michael Jordan. This season Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
The Lakers with the ball, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Trying to get open is Davis, and LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Davis. LeBron's got his second basket, and the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
Los Angeles with some changes. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Nets trail by 9. The pass to LeVert. The shot, no good. Good D by Howard.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
LeVert the pass to Chioza. Here's Allen. Rebound the Lakers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Green dishes to Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Brooklyn with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. And Thomas has it in the corner. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Boy, LeVert showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
James outside. On the wing, Green. On the wing, James. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Now here is Harris. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. And it's Harris off the drive. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. It's deflected.
Super recognition that time to come up with the block shot, as LeVert was quick to recognize where he was and get off the ground.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's James after the basket by Brooklyn. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris with the ball. It's Allen on the wing. Pass to LeVert from past the arc. Rebounded by Howard.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Great communication on the alley-oop.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Green draws the double. On the wing, Davis. Howard trying to free himself up. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Green. Green's got 6 assists now in the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Shoot 2.
No good on the free throw. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
He's off on the second.
Boy, you know, when you look at the raw athleticism of Allen, very enticing. I mean, he's a quick-footed, shot-blocking big guy. He's got a great future in this league, in my opinion.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Harris passes to Chioza. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. But they get it back. Allen finds Thomas. Goes up again, and Allen puts it in. Allen's got his second bucket.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Now here's James. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
LeVert against Davis. LeVert the pass to Chioza. 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Howard.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Now LeVert from deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Los Angeles riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Los Angeles leading by 15, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. We've got Tyler Johnson. Caruch is out there. Harris. And it's LeVert into the 2. Now here's Johnson. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Pass to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. From 13 feet, it goes down. Harris has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Nets. Pass to LeBron. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
LeBron's game has a real shine to it. Spit polished. And he's got a great feel of when to attack from there.
Now here's Johnson. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And it's sent back by Howard.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Kyle Kuzma. Harris outside. Now here's LeVert. He's coming off a 22-point game against Golden State. Johnson. Allen. It's good on the putback.
Boy, completely inexcusable and unacceptable when you don't box out Allen. This guy is a monster as an offensive rebounder.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Nets. Waiters outside. Shoots from the baseline. Changes up. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 16.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now here's Johnson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The pass to LeVert. A three-pointer, no good.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Timeout called, the Nets. Mark, we have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
J.R. Smith's checked in for the Lakers. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Allen.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Harris passes to Caruch. Here's LeVert. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Caruch. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Harris. Launches it. And the Nets miss again.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Waiters dishes to James. Smith outside. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 6 assists in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
A nice shot by LeVert.
Guys, that's a cold-blooded answer from deep. LeVert takes smart shots and knows his range.
LeBron outside. Passes it to Davis. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Harris. Back to Johnson. Waiters against LeVert. Over Waiters. Here's Allen. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Now here's LeBron. 10 points for him. And the dunk by James.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's driving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Waiters against LeVert. Allen surveying the D. Kicks to Johnson. Offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Howard. LeBron against LeVert. And Davis throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Timeout called the Nets. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them
to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
It's Levert on the wing. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Los Angeles on top, just dominating this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what has your approach been so far tonight?
I'm just trying to play with a lot of energy. I'll do the best I can on the defensive end to help my teammates out. Post hard.
Dwight, thanks. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started, okay? A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Davis, and it's McGee in at center.
So quick on these drives, as quick as a hiccup. Can't let him, Caldwell-Pope, get into the lane like this.
Here's Chiozza, following the bucket by the Lakers. On the wing, Harris. It's Allen on the wing. Thomas trying to break loose. Misses the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you defend Caldwell-Pope because he's got great speed and he knows how to use it to draw contact.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
And Caldwell-Pope drops them both. Here's Chiozza. Harris outside. Pass to Chiozza. Allen right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris kicks to LeVert. A second chance effort. No good on the shot. And the Lakers going the other way now.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
That one drops for him. 25 points for Anthony Davis.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And here's LeVert. He's got 15. Now Harris. The pass to Chioza. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Outside, Green. Green draws the double. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Here's Chioza. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Allen's shot is off.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And Davis throws it down.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's Harris. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Down low. Here's Allen. Here's Thomas. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Davis with the bucket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Chioza passes to Harris. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Inside. And then Thomas with the jam.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Feeds it to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Now here's LeVert. 15 points in the game. Thomas finds LeVert, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Well, you give Karis LeVert that kind of positioning, guys. I mean, he's going to finish with power. Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Here's LeVert, 17 points in the game. Allen passes to Chioza. Rebound the Lakers.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Harris inside the line. And James pulls it down. Here are the Lakers. They're on an 18-6 run. Davis, and Davis throws it down.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Here's Chioza. Passes it to LeVert. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. It's certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Lance Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Johnson. Allen trying to break free. A shot by Johnson, no good. Kuzma can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Davis against Johnson. And stolen by Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Well, you've got to be attentive around Kuzma. You can't be casual. He's excellent at gambling appropriately and coming away with steals.
Now here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Harris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Davis.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
First free throw is good.
You know, he was waived after his second year in the league, guys, but Joe Harris didn't let that stop him. He improved his skills, and he's carving out a nice career for himself.
And Harris drops them both. Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Kuzma outside. Pass to Davis. From down in the low post, it goes. Davis has got 37.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Johnson, the pass to Harris. Here's Allen, guarded by Kuzma. Here's Temple. No points in the game yet for him. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Allen. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Kuzma against Harris. Out to Kuzma. Now here's James. 16 points for him. The 3-ball. The rebound by Luwawu.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
You know, Harris has a really good all-around game, and I've been most impressed by his passing.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. Morris outside. Dishes to James. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 15 here tonight. On the wing, Johnson. To the inside. Here's Harris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You just can't foul Harris there because he's almost automatic from the line.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
I think it's been a disappointing year for him at the stripe, guys. I mean, he hasn't been as productive as he was last season from there.
That's good from Harris. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this era.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game, not just coaches but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
Now here's Waiters. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Johnson with it. He dishes it to Temple. Back to Johnson. Pass to Allen. Over Smith. That one no good. And the Lakers going the other way now.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Here's Morris. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Harris outside. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Waiters. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Take a look at the Lakers. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up.
And when I look at the Lakers, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
Here's Caruso. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the middle. And he banks in the layup.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
1:57 left in the third. Waiters surveying the D. There's the pass to Kuzma. Over Harris. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, for such a young player, Kuzma has a tremendous amount of confidence and seems to be comfortable no matter where he is and what the circumstance is.
Now here's Johnson. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 6 to shoot. High post Allen. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Allen's got 10 points.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
There's a minute left in the third. Here's Waiters. Knocks down the step-back J.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And here is Johnson. Passes it to Harris. He feeds it to Allen. Over Smith. That one rolling around and rims out.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Active hands and really good energy pursuing the pumpkin there. Great hustle by Kuzma.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Harris against Smith. 11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Caruso. No good on the last second attempt there. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Brooklyn. They've got Karuch. Garrett Temple is out there with Crawford. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Temple. Mark the relationship between referees and players, reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the play.
Here's Luwawu following the basket by Markieff Morris. It's good. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Caruso, the pass to Waiters. Over Temple. He doesn't hit that one. The Nets go the other way with it.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
McGee with the block. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. Oh, that's blocked. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Shot's good. Hit. Shooting one.
Contavious Caldwell-Pope. He's checked in for Waiters.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories, but I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
And here's Caldwell-Pope after the three-pointer from Jamal Crawford. Caldwell-Pope outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 9 points for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Temple. Pass to Luwawu. Here's Karuch. Shot clock at 6. Here's Luwawu. Covered by Smith. Luwawu's shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
Yeah, rising up well to finish off the dunk with power. Tremendous athleticism by Contavious Caldwell-Pope. KCP.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Temple. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Smith left side. Here's Caruso. Morris outside. From deep. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford. And so Crawford will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Morris with the rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Caruso. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Deep two from Crawford. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Lakers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Caldwell Pope, he can't get it to go. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Llewellyn. He kicks it to Crawford. Crawford missing again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Temple. Crawford outside. To end the cold streak, and he lays it up and in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Caruso, the pass to McGee. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying it. If you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
That's good from J.R. Smith.
Well, I love the confidence that J.R. shoots the ball with, and on occasion now, he can shoot you in or out of games when he falls in love with that three.
J.R. Smith hits them both. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Here's Temple. Crawford outside. Morris with the rebound. Here's Caldwell Pope. Count that one.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Cook is checked in for the Lakers.
One shot.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Here's Llewellyn. To the paint. Here's Caruch. Drops in the layup for two. Caruch has got his first points of the night.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Here is Cook. Pass to Caruso. Now McGee. Over Crawford. The shot's good from McGee.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours.
They've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
It's the Nets now after the miss from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Temple gets the bucket.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Here is Cook, guarded by Crawford. Cook, the pass to Morris. Caldwell-Pope on the wing, guarded by Crawford. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the teardrop, and Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Crawford passes to Hall. Now the pass to Karuch. Kicks it to Temple. From deep three-point range. Rebound the Lakers. McGee's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Out to Morris. He can't get that one to fall. The Nets go the other way with it. Back to Temple. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Caldwell-Pope left side. Out to Morris. Here's Cook. Sinks the three-pointer.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Now here's Crawford. Pass to Llewellyn. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. Here's Temple after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Crawford right side. Pass to Luwawu. Here's Temple to halt the run. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Cook, the pass to Morris. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Here's Caruso. Here's Cook. They get it back. Count that bucket. And that's now 10 points for JaVale McGee.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
And the pass to Crawford. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Davis.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
And here is Los Angeles now after the miss from Crawford. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Morris, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And that one's good, Caruso.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Hall passes to Crawford. Here's Llewellyn. Jacks up a 3. No good. Shot missing. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.